What's happening? Welcome back to the garage. Today we have a John Deere tractor in here that we're gonna turbo to. No, I'm just kidding. We don't have the CRV in right now. I haven't really had too much issues. Unfortunately, the check engine light did come back on, but we know exactly what it's for. Before, maybe like a week ago, I had a check engine light come back on for this guy. Coolant temp sensor 1. You have 3 of them on your Gen 1 CRV. This is sensor 1. This is located underneath the distributor. It's the only plug that looks like it. It's pretty easy to spot. I'll go ahead and get a video and show you guys where that's at as well. Alright, so here we are at the car. It's a little dark outside. But let me show you where that sensor specifically is. Here we have the distributor. If you look underneath, see the first sensor here, second sensor up there. Let's get a better look at that. So, first sensor 1 wire, that goes for the gauge. The next sensor, right behind it. That is what the temp sensor is. So back down in there. So it's easier to get to it if you go from this way, take out the air box, you can shoot in through underneath. So if you take this air box out, you're able to go underneath and go this way and reach up under there to get it. My old one was an 18 millimeter or a 19. The new one was a 22. Really big. I'm not really sure why, but just taking this box out was more than enough. And just remember, you are going to lose coolant and introduce a lot of air into the system. So make sure you burp it. If you got a burp funnel, it'll help you out. Otherwise, just leave this off while it's cold and just let it get its air out. It'll take a while, but this is the one that talks to the ECU. So when you see your gauge and you're like, oh, well, I'm not overheating or it's not cold, why is it? This only goes to the ECU. So the car has 3 sensors. One that goes to the gauge, one that works the fan relay, and one that talks to the ECU. Now this one was running sporadically, and the only way I could tell after it would check engine light was if you threw live data on it and watch the coolant temp. The coolant temp would go between 70 up to 90 to 127 to 80 to 70 to 90, back down to 70, and just kept switching every couple of seconds. So the computer was like, well, we need less fuel. It's too cold. We need more fuel. We need less. Need more. We don't know what we're doing. So then you get misfires and things like that. So another thing that has gone wrong with my CRV, to help you guys if you guys are having issues, by far we're going to be replacing the entire engine after we're done. So if you guys are having idle issues and it's not obviously the spark plugs, you might want to look to the coolant system on these. These things are super touchy when it comes to the coolant system. It's got to be no air, proper level, reading the proper temperature. If it has any issues with any of those, you're going to get issues, especially with the idle. Mine still does a little bit of idle lopping, but now the newest code is my O2 sensor. The sensor 1 O2 sensor, the only one that really matters. That one's throwing an issue, so I'm going to order one of those. I'm not going to make this into a video with it. I just kind of wanted to touch base because I think it's been like almost 2 weeks since I posted a video. We're looking to move in the next coming months once it starts to warm up, so we're going to be selling the house. Hopefully I'll find a place with a garage. If not, we'll be outdoors. We're going to keep her going, you know what I mean? We'll figure something out. If I have to build a garage at the next place, but I've been putting gutters on this place, fixing the walls, all kinds of random stuff. So I've been rather busy. Still have plans to do the lift kit and the manual swap. Manual swap first, then lift kit next. But I've been looking, and I want to try and tackle the real trailing arm bushings, because those are like the bane of the Honda existence. So there is a tool out there, specific tool for it. I'm gonna see if I can find it, because I know mine are probably shot. If you have a Honda that has never had them replaced, it's probably shot. That's just common. There are other ways you can do it. I think Eric, the car guy, did it a while ago with like no parts, but I just, I don't want to do the whole beating and banging. If I can get something on there just to, yeah, I'll do that. So anyhow, everything with the CRV is going pretty good. Hopefully soon we'll get going a little bit more. Once we're starting to try and sell the home and then moving. Obviously, I'm going to be not recording as much, but hopefully maybe soon we might be able to take it out camping, do something cool with it. Want to get some bigger tires for it just as it is, because the tires are really skinny, and I'd like to get something a little bit wider on there. So I'm gonna do a little research on that. If you guys have any ideas, if you guys have had, oh, I have a CRV and I run this size tire at stock height or whatever like that, no issues, this rim, just throw them in the comment section. But this is just a quick short video, nothing really crazy, on just an update. I'll be sure to put some of the information in there for you guys if you want to replace that, if you think maybe your coolant temp sensor is going bad or something like that. But next video is going to definitely be the O2 sensor, and hopefully that fix, and maybe we'll throw something else in there. So thank you guys for watching this video. Hope you guys have been enjoying it, and if you have any other questions, comments, concerns, or you need some help with your CRV, just shoot it in here and we'll see if we can help you out. See you in the next video.